Hey everyone, and welcome. Before we jump in, I just want to say that today's entire discussion is a deep dive into the incredible insights shared by Dr. Maqsood Azeemi. We're so grateful to him for his time and his wisdom. So we're going to explore something pretty profound today, and we're going to do it using a simple, everyday object, a magnet. Sounds a little strange, right? Well, Dr. Azeemi uses this to unlock a huge metaphysical mystery about preservation itself. It's fascinating stuff. So here's the big question that gets us started. You see this sacred hadith, right? It says, the earth doesn't consume the bodies of prophets and saints. Now, people have thought about this for centuries. Like, what's actually going on there? Is it spiritual? Is it physical? Well, Dr. Azeemi has this incredible way of looking at it. And believe me, the answer starts in a place you would never, ever expect. Okay, so to get our heads around this deep spiritual mystery, Dr. Azeemi does something brilliant. He brings us right back down to earth. Literally. He says, forget metaphysics for a second. Let's look at a real-world, tangible experiment. It all starts with two pieces of iron. So check this out. You take a regular old piece of iron, bury it for a year, and what happens? Exactly what you'd think. It corrodes, it rusts, it basically falls apart. But then you take a magnet, which is also made of iron, right? Bury it for the same amount of time, in the same ground, and it comes out perfect, completely unchanged. It's just preserved. This is where it gets really interesting. It forces you to ask the obvious question, what in the world makes the magnet so different? I mean, they're both iron. So what gives it this incredible ability to resist decay? The secret isn't what it's made of. It's how it's made on the inside. And the answer is all about something called molecular polarization. Now, it sounds complex, but it's actually a pretty simple idea. Think about regular iron. On a molecular level, it's total chaos. All the tiny molecules are just scattered, pointing in random directions like a messy, disorganized crowd. But in a magnet, whoa, something incredible has happened. All those molecules have been systematically aligned. They're all facing the exact same direction. They're organized, they're unified, and that creates this powerful, coherent field. So the big takeaway here is this. Alignment creates resilience. It's that simple. That internal, organized, systematic structure, that's where the magnet gets its power. It's not some kind of magic, it's just order versus chaos. And that order gives it the strength to fight off the forces of decay that just tear through the disorganized, regular piece of iron. And this right here is the absolute heart of Dr. Azeemi's analogy. He takes this exact same principle, this idea of alignment creating resilience, and applies it directly to us, to the human spiritual condition. So the question becomes, how do you take this concept from a piece of metal and apply it to our own inner world? Well, look at this quote. When a person becomes one with Allah, a magnetic field is formed around them. See the connection? Just like aligning molecules creates a physical magnetic field, Dr. Azeemi is saying that when we align our inner selves with the divine, we create a kind of spiritual magnetic field. It's this internal coherence, this spiritual order that builds an external resilience, a protection that can preserve a person even on a physical level. Okay, that's a beautiful idea, but it brings up another big question, doesn't it? What exactly is this inner self that we're supposed to be aligning? You know, we throw that term around a lot, but what are we really talking about here? What's the thing that becomes aligned? Dr. Azeemi's definition is just so clear and powerful. He calls our inner self the batin. And what is the batin? It's our hafaza, our memory, our consciousness. Just stop and think about that for a second. Every single thing you have ever seen, ever heard, ever felt, ever understood, from the very first moment you became aware, it's all recorded in there. That complete record, that total accumulation of experience, that is you. So, in a very real way, you are a living picture of your hafza. Everything about you, your personality, what you believe, how you react, it's all just a living, breathing reflection of what's been stored in your consciousness. Your batin is like the blueprint, and your life is the building that gets constructed from it. And if you want to change the building, you've got to organize that blueprint first. Which leads us to the practical part, right? If the goal is to organize this inner self, to align our consciousness, and create that same kind of spiritual polarization we saw in the magnet, well, how do we actually do that? What's the path? What are the steps? And you might be surprised. The path isn't some complicated mystical ritual. According to Dr. Azeemi, it's about consistently living and breathing two fundamental qualities. And here's what's so powerful. These were the exact titles, the nicknames given to the Prophet Muhammad long before he ever became a prophet. This suggests they're not the result of spiritual greatness, but the foundation for it, the prerequisites. Step 1, be Sadiq. Step 2, be Amin.
So let's break these down. First up, Sadiq. This is often translated as truthful, but it's so much more. It means being straightforward. It's about being absolutely pure and authentic in everything. Your thoughts are clean, your words are true, your actions are honest. There's no deceit, no twisting things. You see reality for what it is, and you reflect it perfectly. It's this quality of being totally unadulterated.
And then there's Amin. Again, we usually hear trustworthy, but the real meaning is so much deeper. The root word is aman, which means peace and security. So to be Amin means you are so dependable, so utterly reliable, that just by being around, you bring a sense of peace to other people. They feel secure with you. You become a source of comfort and safety for everyone. Okay, so let's tie this all together. It's pretty amazing, right? A simple, everyday magnet has just taught us a massive spiritual lesson. The key takeaway is that internal alignment creates external resilience. Just like organized molecules protect the magnet from rust, aligning our inner world, our batin, our hagza, protects us. And how do we do that? Through being truthful, our sadiq, and being dependable, amin. That's the path to creating a spiritual resilience that can literally transform who we are. And that leaves us with a really powerful thought to carry with us. If our inner self, our entire being, is just the sum of our memory, what are we choosing to record into our hafsa today, right now? Because every moment we're building the person we are becoming. It's something to think about. Okay, that's all for this deep dive. I really hope this gave you a new perspective. If you found this valuable, please do us a huge favor. Like this video, drop a comment with your thoughts, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel, Melody of Divine. The whole aim of this channel is to help us all become more aware of our link to the divine and to make that connection stronger and stronger. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.